What it do, family? It's your girl, Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. Listen, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's all you got to do to support the channel. Now, we are still... I can't even believe I'm saying this shit. We are still in this Cheryl and Big Bank Danni Corey debacle. It's been 2 months, but we're still here. Now, it looked like to me that Cheryl went ahead and she posted some eviction notices or whatever. And it's showing dates and things like this. I hate that people be posting people's addresses. I just don't be feeling comfortable with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read what it says on here. But it says September 27, 2024 at 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Please arrive. It's an eviction notice. You know what I mean? And it does have her name and all occupants. Now, I don't know where she lives now. I don't know what her address is now. But it does have an address that's in Fort Worth. Okay? Now, outside of that as well, she also, I don't want to put this because it got her... I guess it's an LLC. I don't know how this works. I don't like posting certain shit, y'all. Especially when it be coming down to people's addresses. Because I'm telling y'all, boy, I'm going crazy. So I'm going to move this up to where no address is being shown. Or whatever. But it's saying, you know what I'm saying, the unpaid sums described below are due under the lease under your dwelling unit. Your rights of occupancy and possessions are hereby terminated under the provisions of your lease. You are still liable for rent and other charges you may owe under the contract. And it's showing right now that damn near 10 bands is pretty much due. $8,725 damn dollars. Okay. So that is what she posted. Okay. Now, Danni also posted, and we're going to go to hers real quick, and then we're going to get into the videos. Danni also posted me here. She said, what'd she say? She says, I'm just like my man. One of my facilities' chance to change wasn't meeting the goal, so I'm closing that one. $800 per month per resident wasn't making the cut, so who is about to continue to take money from personal accounts to run that second home? So clock that T. I'm closing that one, and I'm not paying shit until the state pay me. Also, I just hired an assistant last week and just fired her this week because I found out her family had a tax business, and I provided her with 150 emails to send out contracts to my tax partners, and she sent those emails to Arsenio Hall, and they sent out a mass email. This is why I can't trust you jealous motherfuckers. The real Arsenio Hall? Nah, this shit be fucking me up, bro. This life is not real, right? Life is not a real place right now. I swear to God, it's no way that this. I feel like I've been in this biggest spoof for forever. So some kind of way the shit went to Arsenio. Okay, so maybe that's why that video like this. Alright, so look, y'all, come on, stop. I should have hit that dank. That dank gonna have me silly than the motherfucker. Alright, so look, she said my farm bank account is even at 100K, and I just started that business a few months ago. Let's see what she got. Let's see. The business of the Fundamental Bank of America, $100,000. Keep in mind. Let's see. Hold on. Keep in mind, we bill over 118K per month for our services at the mental health facility, not the boarding home. I got a problem. I can give me a check. I know for a fact that I have a problem. No, I'm serious. I'm not lying to you. I think I deserve a check. Okay? Not the boarding home. The mental health facility grossed over $1.1 million in less than a year because I opened that facility last November, and then I opened a boarding home thinking that I can place those clients on the same services, but the state only wanted to pay $800 per month per client. So that's why I'm closing the boarding home. Available balance, $647, $350. Shit. Okay, let me clock some tea. All right. Association of Rich Tax Professionals is a multi-million-dollar business. Chance to Change is a multi-million-dollar business. Peach Cobbler Factory is a six-figure per month business. Washington Logistics Company, even though I run my trucks under someone else's authority, is a six-figure per month business. The Washington's Ranch is a six-figure every 2 to 3 month business. Smoothie King and Voodoo Crab, Texas, will both be profitable businesses in November of 2024 and December of 2024. Besides that, I'm about to flip 12 houses out of the country and make a $3.8 million profit. So clock that T. All right, look, I just want to talk. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Now, look, I don't know what folks is into, but this is a point to, okay, let's get into her videos, because it just be seeming like sometimes, like why ain't nobody catching her? Because if is it legitimate? Because do I need an application? Because what the fuck? I'm not understanding, but we finna get into Cheryl shit. Fuck that. Let's get it. So Cheryl about to speak on Big Bank Danni eviction. Let's get into it. Y'all know this shit right here had me crying last month. Keep me laughing. Shit, the fuck? Hold on. Hell nah. All right, let's get it.
Thought I was done? I'm back with more information. Y'all would not believe this millionaire is being evicted out of one of her business. One of the multi-businesses that pays her X amount of money. And before I give y'all the tea, let me go ahead and give y'all 5 seconds to at least guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Danni, y'all, Danni. Now I know y'all been in my comment section talking about, ever since she took you to court, you've been real quiet. The only thing at court, man, them people said I can't go to her establishment. I didn't fucking want to go there anyways. The food is nasty. It'll be one thing if it...
Big Bang, I know it's been my birthday month. She took her to court. Okay, no, look, so time. Correct me. Now, y'all know, I swear to God, I try to look at this shit as level-headed as possible. So let's look at it. You mean to tell me... I thought that she was advocating for people who had been affected by the wrongdoings of Danni. This still seems so personal to me, and it's becoming a little cringy, because at this point it's like, my nigga, what can we do next? I know you was sending emails to the IRS. I know you was sending emails, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to Peach Cobbler Cafe even. I remember that. She said that she had sent messages or emails to Greg. Now, evidently, Greg they all supported Danni going to court. Now, you can't come to Peach Cobbler Cafe. So, it's like, where are we going with this is what I want to know at this point. Because it's now starting to get to be like, what the fuck? But let's keep going.
It was fucking good, but it's not. But anyways, if y'all don't believe me, look, public information says 3-day notice to vacate for rent, non-payment of rent, utilities, or others for Chestine, Danielle, Washington, and all other occupants at this address. Now, when I type the address in on Google, it pulls up a little house, but I'm assuming no matter what type of rehabilitory or mental facility it is, it could be anywhere as long as the people are good, whatever. But the unpaid sums described below.
But see, this is the thing, though, Lil Bit 93. You got to go back and look at the videos that we reacted to when they both was on live with each other. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, CPS was called on Cheryl. You know, it's no denying that fact. So I understand that her aggression, and I get that part. You feel what I'm saying? But however, you know what I'm saying, it was uncovered that she went to the jugular first. And the CPS shit was a reaction from her reaction. Like we all watched it. Then we all watch it. And this is not by any means me taking up for nobody. But I'm just trying to understand, you saying that she shouldn't get off her neck, but get off her neck doing what? because she's making videos, but this girl is still buying businesses, franchises, making fucking money in Turks and Caicos. And it's like right now, all the thing it's like you just making content. Let's get the shit done if it's something that's gonna get done, is what I'm just trying to say. Because until we can goddamn, it seems like everybody else getting in trouble right now but her.
Or due under the lease on your dwelling unit. Your rights of occupancy and possession are hereby terminated under the provisions.
It's getting boring.
You are still liable for rent and other charges you may owe under the contract. And she owed them people $87.25. A millionaire owes somebody a little less than $9,000 and can't just. Now, ain't you making 6 figures a month at the church? Why is this so hard to pay? I digress. And here's another one just in case y'all think I'm lying. Very credible sources. Chestine D. Washington and all other occupants' address. It is September 27th at 9 a.m. Them people got 1 day. And that's another thing that baffles me. These people are there in your facility, right? You're receiving this money from the state, right? These are, oh yeah, I get federal funding for my mental health facility, So you can't fuck with me because I fuck with the feds and you're being evicted. These people sending you money monthly as you claim, but you can't pay your rent there. Now, let me reiterate. I have nothing against people who get evicted. I've been evicted. People have been evicted. It's just when you put yourself on this pedestal and little shit like this comes out, people start to wonder, are you really a millionaire? Are you? I don't know. Maybe she is, but in my opinion, I think not. But I really feel like it's unfair that those people that are there have to
and see, Adora J, I think that's kind of where I'm at too. At this point, I feel like they both did things to each other that could have affected the kids. You know what I'm saying? Her calling the IRS on Danni, you know what I'm saying, could have took Danni away from her family. Danni calling the CPS on her could have took Cheryl away from her family. So at this point, it's like, let's fade this shit out, or let's just like what's being done. At one point, like, I understood Cheryl because I thought that Cheryl was just like advocating for a lot of victims who had like fell victim to Danni, like who had legitimate proof about taxes and things like that. Only thing that's been really coming up, I mean, even with the dude Vaughn who was just around, you know what I'm saying? It's like it was holes in his story. It was like everybody wasn't great to me. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like Cheryl, even though she's reformed, you know what I'm saying, she used to be a scammer too. You know what I'm saying? Danni is allegedly a scammer. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is now getting a little dramatic. Because, like, what we're going to do? We're going to keep, what?
Figure out what the fuck they about to do with their life because they don't have a place to go to. You coming from prison, you coming from hospitals, you coming from MHMR facilities.
It's a lot more to it.
You're being rehabilitated. People are taking, whatever it is. These people are stuck out now because your millionaire ass can't pay your motherfucking rents. Oh, Jesus. It's one thing to be low down and dirty, but to sit there when people are literally at their wits' end, have nowhere to go, nobody to turn to, and they've pretty much given everything to you, and you act like you don't care, you ignoring them, or you pretending like so much other shit in your life is so much better than, so much more important than the shit that you actually have going on. The shit is sick. Y'all was asking me for a backstory behind Danni. She claimed to be this prolific ass millionaire, 14 million up, all these different businesses, some being funded by the federal government, others where she got the IRS in her pocket and she paying them $25,000-$30,000 to keep from auditing her and all this other shit. The same person who claims to be buying all of these different establishments, apartments, condos, whatever the fuck it is, out of the country. A person who claimed to have paid cash for so much shit is really out here.
Kira, see, this is where I'm at with this. And see, I hate this shit because people is gonna look at me and automatically be like, yo, too, you biased. And I swear to God, I'm not, because I'm just trying to understand where are we going now. Like, okay, we know that Danni is allegedly a scammer. Okay, so far we've seen, I think, it was 2 people who we can conclusively say might have had a case. Now, it was Vaughn, and it was supposed to be another young lady as well. You feel what I mean? Now, but at this point, I'm really just trying to understand Cheryl's position, because it's like now you're just digging to find something, and that is like not what we were here for. We were here because you were saying that it was people that was victimized by this girl, but now you're trying to figure out what properties she can pay, if she paid her car note on time, and that is not starting to look a little, you know what I mean? But that's just me. So let's just keep going.
You're fucking over people's lives. Now, I just posted that she was getting evicted from the mental health facility that she claimed on the stand. I kept driving by and going in and intimidating her worker. Well, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a book. Right hand to the man on my kid's heartbeat if they drop dead right now. I never drove by this girl's establishment. Well, not by the mental health facility. Never drove out there. Fuck, I'm going to Fort Worth for. But finding out that she's being evicted from this place and then giving the people that's in that home a day to move out of the place because the man's basically gonna have the writ of possession like it's his, everybody gotta go type shit, and you not helping these same people who paid you. Better yet, let's just read the email so y'all can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Dear Chastine, I'm writing to express my concerns and seek clarity regarding the recent situation involving the arrangements for my son and others in your care. While I understand circumstances may change, the way this situation has unfolded raises serious questions about the level of professionalism and care provided. We entered this agreement with the belief that you were acting in good faith, but your sudden shift in terms has left us with significant concerns. I'd like to know what I should expect to receive in terms of compensation via Apple Pay as previously discussed. $200 refundable deposit, $240 prorated rent, late fees the same as you charge if payment is delayed or if you expect us to vacate early without just cause. Should we begin to calculate the late fees or request compensation for each day we are forced to adjust? For example, a fee of $25 per day for each day of early departure or delay in payment could be reasonable given the disruption this caused.
Now this right here, okay. Now this is what I kind of want to see more of. Now this is terrible. Now if there is not people that's in this facility, they did not get an adequate time to be able to leave. Now I can understand these people position. Like dead ass serious. I mean, come on now. I mean, I understand that sometimes businesses and shit, it doesn't flourish. It don't work out, and you can understand that. But you also see a thing that's a trend. All right. Any logical person who does business is going to base their business off certain trends. You know what I'm saying? In most situations, trends is going to be on the fiscal year. Okay. If you know good and damn well in October you was barely paying bills, then by November and December you will know that it's a trend that you're not profiting. So you should not never leave somebody, especially people with like mental health conditions and people who was like really like, you know what I'm saying, really just like pretty much relying on a boarding home to just give them last minute. I don't feel like that's cool because it's hard enough to get older clients in some of these facilities. And I know that firsthand. So I will understand somebody's frustration with some shit like this for real.
Furthermore, should we also take into account all the promises you made that were not delivered? It's only fair that we evaluate these unmet commitments as part of any further discussion. It has been suggested to me to contact the relevant authorities, including APS, Adult Protective Services, given the treatment of the individuals with disabilities under your care. So when I mentioned how them people was being treated with disability.
However, this is not a step that we take lightly. Our intention is not to harm you or your reputation, but rather to help you make better, wiser decisions that align with the integrity and professionalism. This is your opportunity to correct course. You know what I'm saying? The compassionate and fairness that these individuals deserve. We want to support you in building a better reputation and improving your practices to truly benefit those in need. It is our hope that you can see this is a lifeline and an opportunity to act with integrity. These are serious ethical concerns about profiting from the vulnerability of others. I sincerely hope that this is not the direction you are taking. We are all here to serve and support one another, not to exploit those in difficult situations. What is your goal in this? Is it purely financial? If so, at what cost? Do you feel at peace with the choices you are making? I'm gonna be real. Whoever wrote Danni this letter, I feel like this letter was wrote with beautiful class. She began with saying that she has a brother, I believe, or she has a family member that is in Danni's care. And I mean, with the way that this was worded really, really nice. Now, my only problem that I will have with something like this, did you give Danni enough time to respond? You feel me? That's where the problem is, because like, even though you're saying that, you know what I mean, or whatever, you don't want to exploit somebody, you don't want to do such and such with somebody, like at some point, you know what I'm saying, you got to give a person a chance to respond. However, when I'm looking at the date, today is the 26th, and they're saying that these people are going to be evicted on the 27th. Did I get that correct? You feel what I'm saying? That gives this person a day. So I will understand her on why she would have sent it out to the public at this particular point. Yeah, that is crazy. I understand that sometimes things are not gonna make it right. I mean, things are not gonna come out right monetary wise. I read Danny's messages, and she was saying like the state was only trying to do X amount of this and this and this and that. If there was some changes at the state, and you already knew that you weren't going to be able to fulfill certain obligations, then I feel like at that particular time, the people who was living in that facility should have known to start being able to make other plans, not wait or have one day to be able to figure shit out. You feel me? Some people might not even be in the same cities or states or whatever, so that's a little crazy.
Abilities under your care. So when I mentioned how them people was being treated in that mental health facility, how they had the best one, the smartest one, the more competent one handed out medicine because the people that was working there quit because Danny wasn't paying them. So how you have a mental health facility, but then you have the people that's supposed to be living there receiving care doing the work of the people that you're supposed to hire to be there. But you're getting all this money from the government. They're paying you X amount of dollars monthly, but you can't pay the rent, you can't keep the lights on, you can't keep the Wi-Fi connected. Make it make sense. But you're always there. Well, in your messages, you only go once a month. And that's to what? Collect money. Okay. Additionally, a report to the Better Business Bureau and...
Yeah, she gonna have to be able to tread very lightly. Because like some of these things that she's saying, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that she does have more than just an email like this. Because I mean, some things what she's saying, she's now saying basically, I mean, that's almost kind of like a, what you call that junk when you have kids working and they can't work? You can't have patients working and you're receiving funds to be able to disperse as payroll and you're not paying. You can't do that. That's some serious ass shit.
Other professional bodies has been recommended. However, this is not a step we want to take lightly. Our intention is not to harm your opportunity to sincerely hope this consider taking the steps necessary to correct the situation. I look forward to your response and to working together in the best interest of all involved. And if you're a bit confused, let me break it down.
I would love to see when that email was written or whatever like that.
In layman's terms, this girl was receiving money. She was receiving money for the people that was living in the little mental health home. Not only was she receiving money, people that was over, like guardians or whatever, that was over the people living in that home, some of those people were paying her money via Apple Pay. But the problem arises when they're already receiving money for you to be able to take care of rent, to take care of utilities, to take care of whatever it is that those people need, and you're not doing it. And now those people have to try to figure out, where is this person going to go? Where am I going to send my son? Where am I going to send my brother? What other accommodations can I think of on the sly? Because you are taking money August and September, but you're not paying the rent. And here we are at eviction.
I think something like this, though, most definitely. I feel like we're going to probably hear more. If there were other people being mistreated, you know what I'm saying? Like she's allegedly saying, I'm pretty sure we're going to hear somebody else talking about it. Cheryl is not completely invested in Danny's life. Before this whole Danny stuff came up, people were already sending her stuff about everybody. It wasn't just Danny. Danny's stuff just blew up. Cheryl actually talks about other people. I actually have checked her page to see. I still think she should take a break from the Danny content. Just let it go for a second. I understand where you're coming from, too. I mean, I do remember when we first started reacting to Cheryl, she did say that people were sending things in with Danny. You feel me? So yeah, but let's keep going.
And you're putting us in an uncompromising situation to where we gotta disrupt our life and figure out what the fuck is going on because you can't uphold your end of the bargain, if that makes sense. You're very unprofessional. You don't like to communicate. And I feel like you're taking advantage of those who seem less fortunate to you. You're in this solely for the money. You don't give a fuck about anybody in your facility because if you did, you'd be trying to rectify the situation professionally versus me consistently having to reach out to you to figure out a resolution to the issue. That's what's going on. And it only gets worse. 6,000 emails I gotta send out to a bunch of people, which is so crazy, but this shit is sickening. This is low down and dirty. There's no fucking way you doing them people like that. There is no fucking way these folks are reaching out crying and asking for you to just be a businesswoman and you can't do it. But you consistently flexing how you out of the country, buying this, buying that, investing in this, investing in that, when you got shit here in the country that you need to take care of. But I digress. As it unfolds, I will come in untold. I tried to make that rhyme, it didn't. But anyways, yeah.
All right, so I want to know. Let's talk about it. Now, that is some serious allegations that is being said, especially when it comes down to elderly people. Like, man, my grandmother at one point was like in a facility like that, and I don't like nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because it's a terrible, terrible situation or whatever. But this is like really serious. But I want to know, do you feel like at this particular point, is she advocating? Do you think that Cheryl's advocating for true victims, or do you think that now it became more than personal? Because as of right now, she's took a few L's. You know what I mean? So do you think that that's her motivation? That's what I want to know. Drop it down in the comment section. Y'all stay tuned. I think she had one more live we're gonna get into.